Hello, my name is Lynn Wardle, and I'm running for Congress in the 3rd Congressional District in Utah. Many people have asked me how a freshman congressman can have influence in Congress, which is built on a seniority system. Let me explain why I think that we can have influence. We live in a government of the people, by the people, and for the people. Sovereign power resides with the people, but it's diffused, spread among all of us. But we come together to elect a representative, someone to represent us, to go back to Congress. And when they go back to Congress, what happens when they get there? They discover that Congress is organized on a committee system, committees and subcommittees. And those are organized by seniority. And that system creates a world of very concentrated power, very opaque and protected power. And how do you penetrate that power? Well, ordinary people usually can't. Who can break through that cloud of opaque, concentrated power? Moneyed interests, large corporations, large unions, lobbyists, they can protect that cloud. In fact, money helps create the cloud. Lobbyists and special interests pushing for what they want, whispering in congressmen's ears. Their issues move forward, spending our money, funding the things they want, but it has a pretty crushing effect on us. The result is overspending, overregulation, crushing laws and regulations. That may be good for them, but not for the rest of us. So what can we do? Well, we've learned through sad experience that when we send someone to Congress, often he or she becomes a part of the system, a part of that cloud. That's why there's been a serious return to reason in Utah about politics. Not because we care less, because we care more. We're ready to demand more. There's another way that Congress can work. Caucuses are outside of the formal system of Congress. Caucuses are groups of congressmen that have shared interests, common interests. They can work together to promote those interests informally. As like-minded groups also of citizens organized through not-for-profit groups, they can work with congressmen in those caucuses, and that keeps them in touch with the Congress and Congress in touch with them. The possibility of power in organizing groups to bring transparency to law is a startling concept. Transparency in law and regulation is important. I believe in that, and I will stand for that. New tools are emerging that allow us to have influence or contact directly with people. And those new tools, you've all heard of Facebook, with 200 million American users. There are other tools that are also emerging. Texts, for instance, there are programs now that allow texts to provide citizen groups to have a say on issues. As a congressman, I will send you a text and ask your opinion, tell you what issues are being discussed, and ask you what you believe should be done. I will publish the count of my constituents on those issues. If ever I differ from a majority of my constituents, it will only be on matters of principle or conscience, and I will tell you why I differ. You can have access right now by texting Wardle to 32323. I believe that a candidate should limit the size of his contributions. It's really hard to say if elected I won't be swayed by money if in fact they've accepted large donations in an effort to get elected. $200 is the amount below which a donor's name doesn't have to be reported. I think that's a pretty good ceiling for donations. I've decided to take only contributions that are less than $200. I believe that with transparency and with limiting the influence of money, we can have an influence for good. I need your vote. I ask for your support. Lynn Wardle for Congress.